y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Helena and we're going to be doing an interesting video today. So if you see, I have two videos up on my channel. One is going to be the surgery part 1 and getting ready for my surgery part 1, and the second video is getting ready for my surgery part 2. So me and my best friend were on the phone yesterday and she was like, girl, they don't know who you are. I know who you are, but they don't know who you are. So let's go ahead and give them who Helena Ree is. So that's what we're doing today. So if you hear my kiddos in the background, I'm still a mom. I'm still trying to get this bag. So they're in the bath right now. So I have my kiddos' iPad and I just Googled some questions, like what normal people like ask, I guess. So I'm just gonna go down a few of them and then we can get it cracking. Okay, so the first one is, what's your full name? So my name is Helena Ree. Ree is, the first name is Helena. So Helena is in honor of my grandma, my mom's mom. Her name is Helen. So they named me Helena. It's spelled H-E-L-E-N-A, but it's pronounced Helena. My middle name is Ree. That's from my dad's mom. Her middle name is Ree. So my name is a namesake name. Okay. So the second question is, what's your middle name? I already gave you guys that. What's the meaning of your name? Okay, 3 in 1, baby. 3 in 1. Okay. And then who are you named after? Oh, snap. What's your nickname? So my nickname is Lena. It's obviously take the H and E-L or H-E off and then you get Lena. So that's what everybody used to call me growing up. Lena, Bina. Even my doctors call me Lena. Like, it's just Lena. You know, if I fucks with you, it's Lena. Oh, God. Where were you born? So I was born in Anchorage, Alaska. And yes, it's part of the United States. And yes, Black people live here. So let's just get that out the way. So I was raised in actually Anchorage. I was born and raised. And I currently live in Eagle River, which is about 15 to 20 minutes from Anchorage. So not too far, but still, yes, very much Alaska. And then it says, when and where were you born? Where did you grow up? I grew up in Anchorage. Who were your childhood idols? My childhood idols. I don't really think I had any childhood idols. I feel like my sisters, I wouldn't say idols, but I definitely looked up to all my siblings. So I have 4 sisters above me. So I have Taisha, Ariana, Mariah, Kayla. And I all looked up to them for different aspects of their life. For Taisha, she was a great mom. And now, I'm talking about when I was little. So when I was little, Taisha was the only mother. So Taisha was a great mom. Ariana was a great businesswoman. Mariah was a great, what's the word? Creator. She was a great makeup artist, a great creator. Mariah could create anything out of nothing. Kayla was Chef Boyardee in the cut. So those are the people that I really looked up to. I looked up to my mom, my auntie, and my dad. He was a great provider. So those were really the idols. I wasn't really able to watch TV, so I kind of had to make a shake with what I got, and obviously amazing. So that's where I feel like those were my idols when I was growing up. Well, I wouldn't say idols. I would say people I looked up to. So then it says, what are your hobbies? I feel like I have a new hobby every 5 seconds. I know last year, in 2020, my hobby was nails. Do you see nails on my hand? No, you don't. So I don't really have hobbies, really. I like just chilling. Like, I don't really have a hobby. That might sound sad. Maybe I should get a hobby. Yeah, maybe. I like reading. So maybe I should do like a book club. Okay. And then it says, what do I want to be when I was a kid? Now, I was a really much basic child. Like, I didn't really like, you know how some people want to be an astronaut, doctor? I want to be a goddamn cashier. Like, aspirations were low. Now I want the moon and the stars and the sky and the clouds. I want it all. So the last time I cried, I don't remember. But it was probably, I didn't cry when I got my surgery. I don't know. That's a good question. I gotta think about that. Which parents do I resemble? I don't feel like I look like my parents. It's crazy because I don't feel like I look like my parents, and I don't feel like my kids look like me, but they look like my mama. So it's weird. What's your favorite color? If you gang, you know this. Neon orange. If you knew me, baby, what was on my hands and toes? Orange. Yeah. Okay, it says, what's your favorite beverage? My favorite beverage? I would say cran pineapple juice. Yep, cran pineapple juice. Let's see. What's your favorite song? Right now, my favorite song? I think it's Heart and Soul by NBA Youngboy. I think that's one of my top favorite songs right now. Let's see, favorite ice cream flavor? I used to be a vanilla girl, but like vanilla bean, but now it's like, it's Tom and Jerry, Ben and Jerry's. It's like vanilla ice cream with brownie bits, like fudge and some other stuff. It's really good. And then, do you have any siblings? I kind of touched on that earlier. So I have an older sister named Taisha. She's the eldest. We are 11 years apart. And then I have Ariana. I don't know how many. We must be 9 years apart. And then Mariah, we're 5 to 6 years apart. Then Kayla, we're a year apart. Maybe, yeah, a year apart. A little over a year. And then there's me. And then there's Elijah, which is my youngest brother, which is the only boy. And then, do you have any children? So I do have 2. I have Zaya, her birthday is 1/3/20. And then I have Kaya, which was my surprise baby, and her birthday is 2/3/2021. So very much surprised. And then it says, are you in a relationship? Yes, I am in a relationship with Omar. We've been in a relationship for about 5 years. Did I enjoy school? Absolutely not. I did not like school. It's a no for me. It's always been a no for me. Even when I was a little kid, I did not like school. And I was not even doing nothing but taking naps, and it was a no. So hopefully my kids are the opposite of me, like their dad. Their dad loves learning, so hopefully they get that little piece and take that piece out of me. Okay. And then it says, so what do I do apart from being an influencer? I'm not an influencer yet, but baby. So my day job is I work from home for an insurance company. So it's a sister insurance company from Aetna. So I don't work for Aetna, but I work for the sister company of Aetna. So I do benefits claims, that type of thing. And let's see. Which kind of phone do you have? So right now I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max in deep purple. Have you ever been out of the country? I have not. I want to go to Gambia, which is Omar. That's where he was born and raised. I want to see, you know how you want to see your partner's way of living when they're younger, especially because we are raised completely different religions. I want to definitely go over there. I want to meet his family and all of that. So it's kind of like, you know, when somebody tells you a story, but you can't really like see it. I want to put a place to like his stories to make it complete. And I would love for my kids to see where their dad is from as well. It says, what's the most important thing in my life? My kiddos. I feel like family is such a big thing for me, especially because we have a big family. My mom has 6 kids. I have 11 nieces and nephews. I was always around cousins. So a family is a big thing for me. And so I think that's the most important thing. I have my own little family, the family that I created, and then I have my siblings' families and my mom and dad. So everybody's important to me. So that's kind of like, yeah, that's the best thing. That's the most important thing. What is my eye color? My eye color is brown. What types of movies do you watch? I like killing movies. If it ain't got no killing, I don't want to hear it. But I will say, since I met Omar, I want to say the last maybe 2 years, I've been into comedy. Like I used to be so sensitive. Like that's not even freaking funny, bro. Like it's not funny. but it's comedy. Like, it's not supposed to hurt your feelings. So I feel like I'm trying to get into comedy. Some people just aren't funny to me, and then that are like really funny to everybody else. Yeah, it's not really funny. So I'm very selective on my comedy movies. What's your favorite childhood memory? Favorite childhood memory. I wouldn't say a favorite. I don't feel like I have a favorite one, but I feel like my dad always took us camping, and I feel like that was when it was just, you were at peace. Like, there was nothing for you to be worried about. I mean, what you worried about when you were a little kid, but like, there was no school you had to worry about. Like, my mom and dad weren't the most richest parents, but my dad made it shake. Like, we weren't rich like in money, but we were rich in like memories. So we have four-wheelers, go-karts, whatever you name it, we had it. Yeah, so for my dad, it was just like when we were camping. So we've all been camping as a family, which is really dope. So we've had, like, when I was younger, it usually was just me and my dad and my little brother. We were the three amigos, like, always camping. And then when we got a little older, I want to say when I was like 18, we started doing like group family camping trips. So cousins, everybody, aunties, cousins, my dad, like, we all had campers, and we kind of, I guess what it's called is glamping. Until I turned 18, then I actually slept in a tent with my little cousin Maya. That was the first time I slept in a tent with the air mattress and the heater. It was more of us, like my auntie Colette, my little cousins. So I feel like that was the best memories of my childhood. My dad doesn't know how much that affected me in a good way, because now I want to do that for my kids, and I see my sisters doing that for their kids too, and it's so beautiful, because we weren't rich, we was Gucci, but to like have four-wheelers and stuff, we were very well off, and that makes sense. And so when I tell people my story of like my childhood, they're like, I wish I had that. And actually, I was kind of not bullied, but like, why aren't you all going to the mall? Why are y'all going camping? And I'm so grateful that my parents did that for us, because now I would have been in the streets if it wasn't for my, like, how strict my mama was. I would have been a done deal. Okay. And what is your best feature of you? I feel like my best feature, I say my face, because baby, okay, I used to be people would bring up my small nose, my small lips, my small eyes. So now that I love it, I love it. But when I was little, like, I would always be so hard, like, why am I so tiny? But I love it. So another question. What's your favorite thing to do in your free time? So I have different levels of free time. So I have free time as in just got off of work, running around the house, breaking my neck. Free time, and that's when I talk to my best friend, Verge. So then if I have partners home free time, then we just lay in the bed, watch TV, or we lay on the couch, watch movies. So it's kind of like different tiers of free time that I have. So, yeah, are you a good cook? I would say I could do a little razzle dazzle. I can make a shake. You feel me? Like, I can do certain recipes that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna taste it. It slap. But then certain things I'm like, like, I know I need to learn how to make some good fried chicken. You would think I know, but I don't. Some good fried chicken. What was your first job? My first job was Dairy Queen. I worked with my brother-in-law. He was my boss. And yeah, that was my first job. And then, who has left a strong impression on you? I feel like this is such a good question, because all the women in my life have left a good impression on me. And that's where I go back to who's my role models, all the women in my life. So left a great impression. My grandma, like, she was such a whimsical person. She was just so amazing and natural and loving. Like, my grandma, grandma. Oh yeah, she was it. And I wish everybody had that grandma experience. And I hate when people are like, I don't even have a connection with my grandma, because it really hurts my heart. So it's like, ugh, she was the best person ever. And then I think I'm gonna just say her, because left, I feel like it's past tense, and my grandma passed away when I was young. So I'm just gonna say my grandma has left a great impression on me. Let's see. Do I have a tattoo? I actually do have a tattoo. What shoulder is it on? I think it's on this shoulder. Of my grandma's name. So that's my grandma. And when I tell you my grandma, road dog, yeah. When I say I would give anything for her to meet my kids, like meet my nieces and nephews and see how beautiful they are, like, my grandma is just my life. It says, how do I like spending my birthday? And that's such a different question, because birthdays are so, and this is my last question. So birthdays are the most important thing to me. Not the most important thing, but I love birthdays. I come from a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of testing when I was younger. So for me to be here every year is very much special for me, especially when times where I was in so much pain, it was just excruciating. Me living another year was beautiful. So that's why birthdays are so special for me. We're just actually talking, me and my best friend were actually talking yesterday about the girls' birthdays for next year. Zaya's birthday is January, Kai's birthday is February. Zaya's birthday is January, Omar's birthday is January, Kai's birthday is February. So we're gonna do them all at once. So birthdays are just it's one day where everybody can celebrate you. And so, yeah, I really like birthdays, and I feel like I'm not like how I was back in the day, where I would like take work off and do this. But just like seeing my girls and seeing my man and seeing my family, it just makes me at peace. So I feel like that's a good little in-depth version of who Helena is. And y'all, these answers could change next year. Like, we're gonna do this get to know me's frequently, because you, as a person, we evolve, we change, we grow. So this is part 1. So it's October 31st, 2022 at 6:15 Alaska Standard Time. So I definitely am very grateful of all the views that I've got. And even though they're not a lot, there's many more to come. Like I said, the sky's the limit, the moon's the limit, anything's the limit. And I feel like we should be out here helping everybody and promoting our family's businesses. And let's go ahead and do that right now. So I have a sister. Her name is Ariana Jackson. And I will definitely put her social media on the screen. And Ariana Jackson, she owns multiple assisted living homes. She is, when I say a boss motherfucking gal, that's what she is. All my sisters. So then we have Mariah. Well, we have Taisha. Taisha's not into social media, so I'm not going to leave her out, but there's no social media to follow. So then Mariah, if you need social media manager, that's your girl. And she always gives me helpful tips on what to do and what platform to do it on. I'm just now getting into the YouTube space. So she does YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Yo Mammy, Facebook. She does it all. Okay? And like I said, her Instagram and TikTok and YouTube will be left on the screen. I just got to get it all together. And then I'm not a dog person, but my brother, I will trust his dogs around my kids. You feel me? And mind you, he's global, baby. He's just getting back from California on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. She trains. When I say booked and busy, baby. So I'm going to leave his Instagram on the screen. If you have a dog that you want to be trained, go to my brother. Yeah. And then Kayla, Chef Boyardee. Now, her taste is elevated. It's giving expansive. So she's actually moving back to Alaska to open up her new restaurant, baby. So go ahead. When I actually have details of what she's going to be doing and how she's going to be, y'all will hear. Guaranteed. So that's just a little bit of my family social media, and I do have my partner's Twitch that I will be adding into my description box as well. So go ahead and follow him on that. He does a lot of like killing games. I think he does God of War too. So if you're living in the Arizona area and you like cakes like me, cakes, cookies, anything, pastries, my girl Verge got it. So I'm also gonna put her Instagram on the screen, and let me give you a testimony. Okay, so my best friend, she made a bundt cake, and I know she can cook from back in the, like, my girl can cook, bake, anything. So back in the day, she used to make like, you know, little pastries and stuff. So not last year, 2020, she made like a cake. And when I tell you, I had to hide them in my cupboard and Omar found them. And then another story, my gender reveal, where she did my cupcakes for my gender reveal. And I ordered, I don't know, I think I ordered 40 or 20. I think I ordered 20 or 40, 20 or 30. And half were for my mom and dad and us, and then the other half was for my job. Why did Omar eat 5 in one night? He don't even, if you know Omar, he don't like sugar. He don't like sugar, he don't like stuff like that. So for him to eat 5 in one night, baby, she's the GOAT. So go ahead and go over there, and she does do designs. I think she did a weed cake. She did a strawberry cake. Like, she does everything. So anything that you have even crazy ideas, she could do. So I'm going to put her Instagram on the screen as well. So peace.